think very early in people's careers, it's very difficult to see pure talent. You're really looking initially for motivation and desire and interest. And Rob particularly was somebody that shone very, very quickly. We recruited him as a student placement, and he was somebody right from interview, right from the first stages. You could tell there was a raw desire for him to improve and be better.
I joined Kinetic as a year in industry student.
I'm Rob and I work at Kinetic Solutions.
When I first came to Kinetic, I didn't really know what role. I was just really impressed with Chris. The placement centre at the university told us personality-wise we would be a good match, and so Chris was down visiting for the day, and so we just had an interview. I do remember saying to Chris, I want your job. I want to run Kinetic.
Very brave thing to say as a 19-year-old, but also a very inspiring thing, yeah. And for me as well, to feel like somebody actually took it that seriously, that they believed that that was their future.
And I remember Chris saying, when I finished my exam, saying, oh, can you start on Monday? After about 6 months, Chris approached me and asked if I would be interested in learning how to build apps. And this is the early iPhone days where apps are still something that not everyone has. We had a manager who unfortunately went off sick. We needed someone still to run the team and lead the team, and it was only a small team of 4. I went to Chris, was given that kind of opportunity, and quickly picked up the schedule and realised there were other improvements we can make. And over that kind of 3 to 4 year period, whenever there was then kind of a separate department who was struggling or had some different challenges, Chris would typically move that department underneath me in hope that I could help fix that. In the following 2 years after that was just taking on more and more of the organisation and getting more involved in running the entirety of the business.
We put him in charge of our largest customer account, so he could develop the relationships needed to be comfortable working with a very strategic customer. So we tried to round out his skills as much as possible, and that had been a long-term journey. Succession doesn't happen by them just doing the same things they're doing in their current job. You have to start looking at what they will need for that next level and giving them those opportunities and let them practice before they take over the reins.
We sold to Volaris in January 2015, and the 21 months following that I moved into an operations director role, and from the 1st of January 2015 I moved into a technical director role, still reporting to Chris, and was able to help run the business more, freeing up Chris to go and learn more and more from Volaris. I got to October 2016 where I actually took over Kinetic full-time myself. Chris had always done an amazing job at exposing me to new opportunities, forcing me to go and experience things that weren't necessarily related to software. What Volaris did was provided that beyond the realms of Kinetic, but with greater filter around what's going to help a software company perform and grow faster than what it had done already. When I then took on the role as MD of Kinetic in 2016, when Chris left, there is a real daunting moment where you get the sense of, can I do this? Tremendously big boots to fill. What I wanted to do was take all of the best bits that Chris had created. We had a strong culture of innovation. We were, and I think today Kinetic still is, one of the leading innovators in the education space. But I also recognised that we needed to improve in certain areas. It is incredibly daunting running a company, and being a first-time leader into an existing mature business is incredibly daunting as well. When you're the number one, you can look around and there's no one else to fall upon. In a Volaris world, there is. You have so much counsel available through other business leaders who have run businesses at different shapes, different sizes, different geographies. You've got this brilliant network of other people who want to see you succeed. And I don't think we would necessarily have had that to the same level without Volaris.